Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Paul, aka Modern Reefer, and today we're going to be doing a water change on my reef tank. Alright, so in order to get this to work, I usually pre-mix my salt batch about a week in advance, and then I'll warm up the water on Friday and Saturday. And then I do the water change either on Saturday or Sunday. And then what really makes this work is with the use of Apex, the Apex Fusion app that I have here connected to my Apex. With that, I have a button set for maintenance, and what that does is it actually shuts off everything that needs to be shut off, like my heater, my calcium reactor, the return pump, some of the pumps, like the pump in the frag tank, and then I leave the wave pumps inside the tank running, and then also my lights. But all other pumps are turned off. And then I have two special buttons. One is to drain my sump, and the other is to fill back my sump. This is my setup for doing water changes. Let me open this up so you have a full view of this. All right, I don't really have much in here. I have my RODI water here, and my salt water mix is over here. And this has been mixing for a week now. I have my RODI unit sitting down on the bottom here. So I don't know if you can see that over here. It's down at the bottom there. All right. And then I have a trusty old Apex unit here. The Apex, I have my pumps. It's two pumps, and I'm running the PM UP pump, utility pump by Apex Neptunes, if you can see that. But this guy's sitting out until I am ready to use. So this is the one that's pumping it back into the tank. I have one inside the tank that pumps water out, and then also have one in here in the fresh water that pumps water in to the tank. But normally I like to just come out here, use my little temperature meter here and test the water, make sure it's good. And it was a bit cold tonight, so it's 70 degrees, 69, but that should be fine. Usually it gets about 40 out here, 40 to 50. So the heater's actually been running all night to get the water warm. So I don't actually have the heater running all the time. It's only on Fridays and Saturdays, and so that I can do the water change on the weekend. Let's do this. Let's get good trusty old fractometer, and I'm just going to get some sample water, do a sample of this. And I am 1.027, 1.027, which is a little bit higher, but that's fine because I am running 1.024, I think, in my reef tank right now. So this is a bit saltier than I would like, but that is fine. But if I needed to, I could just take some RODI water, dump it over on this side, and then let it sit for a minute until it gets to 1.026, and then I will be good to go as well. But this is actually okay for me, so I'm going to use this the way it is, and I am going to go start my water change. I'm going to turn on my Fuge light. All right, and then here's my Apex app right here. It's loading right now, but I have a maintenance button that I just turn on, which is water change here, water change prep. When I turn this on, it turns everything off. So my skimmer, my pumps, heaters, everything turn off. I put markings down right here so I know where the water level usually sits after everything's completely turned off and the water has settled down. And then once I get that in check, I have another button right here, drain sump. And today we're going to be draining the water from the sump. So I just have to turn that on and it kicks on. So this process is going to take about 30 minutes to drain the water in my sump. And it's only draining the refugium section, the back section, and that's it, just these two sections right here. And I'll have to come by here, open this up every now and then and make sure the water flows to the back, because there's a pump in the back here that pumps it out. All right, so draining has completed and I'm now filling things back up. So the tank is pretty much drained and I am filling it back up with fresh salt water. All right, so here's the water filling up and it takes again about 30 minutes to fill up the sump. And here we have the sump has been filled up and the skimmer turned on, and basically the pumps and everything else has been turned back on. All right, so there you have it. This is how I do my water change, and I do it about once every 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it all depends. But if you have any questions on my process, or if you want to see any of my settings and get a more in-depth look at it, feel free to drop it down in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to answer it. All right guys, thanks for stopping by and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.